Hello everybody, today we're going to look at the Forgotten Country event. I know it's been going on for several days now, but in case there is still any confusion regarding the tutorial or how the event itself works, we're going to go through the tutorial first, and then I'll answer some frequently asked questions about the event. I'm going to go through the tutorial on the AU server because I've already finished it on International, but afterwards we will jump over to International when we get to the frequently asked questions. Before we get started, if you're on a mobile or a touchscreen device like a phone or a tablet, I highly suggest that you try and play the event or at least do the tutorial on a computer. Some of the issues that players are experiencing, such as internal error issues, problems moving the map around, or I also think somebody said that they would come up with a page that says this page does not exist when they try to go to the event page. It could be due to your touchscreen device. It just works a lot better on a PC or a laptop. So if you're able to switch over, at least do the tutorial. Some players are kind of able to at least play the event to some extent on the classical version, but it does just work a lot better on a PC or a laptop. Also note that you won't get any tiles, login, or from competition wins or from rides until you finish the tutorial. A lot of people have been saying they haven't gotten any of their tiles, and that's because they didn't completely finish the tutorial. This instruction page, these 4 pages, this isn't actually the tutorial. The tutorial is the process of going through, clicking the different buttons and the different steps that it actually walks you through. So let's get started with how do I play. Fill out the map of the Forgotten Country using tiles. Every time you completely map out a territory, you'll win the prize that can be found there. To fill out a map square with a tile, you must have a tile which is already touching the square, and the same environments must be shown on the touching tile. So you just have to match them together. Tiles have different rarity levels. The more a tile is rare, which is indicated by the number of stars it has, the more it will help you fill out your territories. 4 is the highest rarity, and then 1 is the least rare. The tiles, you get 3 every day upon login. You get 1 per day from a competition win and 1 per day by taking your horse on a ride, and you can buy them on the black market. You can also exchange tiles that you already own to get ones that you don't yet have. In addition to uncovering the map, some tiles are linked to a chest, which is indicated on the bottom left corner of the tile. These chests will open as soon as you place the tile. Every chest that has not been opened by the end of the contest will be opened automatically, so you do not miss out on any profits. And this is the Jackpot Divine, a new Nordic Divine horse, Freya. I really like the design of this one. I've liked the design of most of the Nordics. The gift is a Pandora's box, and you get this when she gets to 510 points. I know the Pandora's box isn't the most desirable, valued, sought after item, but this is really useful for players who have a lot of Greyfell Divines. You can never have enough Pandora's boxes. Also, to get to 510 points, that would take you about 34 days, provided you got at least 15 points of doing rides every day. And that's just kind of if you have an Achilles heel and the horse is boarded in an EC, or a box rather, with a shower and a water trough. If you have any divines that offer energy boost to your horse, or if you have the fountain from the Grand Prix, you can get more than 15 points of rides per day, but I don't have those nice bonuses, so 15 points is all I get with my Nordics. All right, let's keep going. This is the Golden Horseshoe information, and let's get started with the tutorial. This is the tutorial right here. If you don't see it on the bottom left corner, you might have to scroll all the way down your page. Sometimes he's hiding down at the bottom. I've never had that happen. I don't know if it's just because I don't have my screen enlarged when I play it or what, but he's always right here for me. If you don't see him right here, try scrolling all the way down to the bottom. You have to see this. We've just discovered a previously unknown world. Let's click the little play button. We wanted to explore but the map is still incomplete. I'll show you how you can help me. Now we have to click this play button, and we get to start. You can explore this vast country by holding down your mouse button while you move it around. Try to find the territory where Freya lives. This is one of the other issues because trying to move around on the map on a touch screen is really difficult. Part of the map may be cut off, or if you try moving it around, dragging the screen around, it might just zoom in. To do this on a PC, you just left click your mouse button and then just drag your mouse around. It's pretty easy. And what you have to do is just hover over the different territories until you can find where Freya is, but just FYI, it's this really gigantic one right here. So if you hover over it, it shows where Freya is. If this is still a little tricky for you to see, even on a PC, you can always zoom out by pressing Control and then zoom out with your mouse, the scrolly wheel on your mouse. See, I like this. This is like a lot nicer. I think part of the fun for the event is dragging around the map, trying to find everything. But if you'd rather visually see everything in one glance, just zoom your browser out by hitting Control and then dragging your mouse wheel forward and back. So I'm going to zoom back in a little bit here. All right, so we have to click on Freya, map out every tile in this territory to win. We have to place 36 tiles around this territory in order to get the Divine. And then the little blinky squares are the actual places where you need to put those tiles. So that's kind of like a map or a blueprint to go off from. Let's click Understood, and now we have to take this tile that it gives us. Okay, so you can now use it to fill out a section of the map. We'll click the little space that's indicated. We're going to click the tile that it shows us, and we're going to click Place. Perfect. You can now continue by placing a second tile. Let's place the second one. On this section, you can only view the tiles that you can place. A tile must extend the environment which is already visible on the map. That just means you have to match the environments, match the sides. I've just been calling them water, desert, forest, or you can call them green, yellow, and blue if you want to, but I just water, forest, and desert or sand has been the easiest for me, so that's what I've been calling it. Let's click to place it. There we go. Now we have to click the next square that it's indicating, and the tile, and this is where it tells you how to exchange tiles. The tiles with this symbol are tiles that you don't have, but you can't exchange them for any other tiles of the same rarity. It's this little symbol right here that the little hand is actually kind of covering up, but it has two little arrows on it to indicate that this is a tile that can be exchanged. This is a 1-star tile. The reason why I can trade to get it is because I have a 1-star tile to give up in return. Let's click to give up this tile. Note that we give it up for good. We're going to trade it. And have you taken a look at the bottom left corner of this tile? There's a chest. That means you'll get an extra prize by just placing it. Here's the little chest that it's indicating. This is just a wooden chest, so you get the wooden chest level prizes. Kind of like the ones that we got during the insect mine event. I know a lot of us are really thrilled about those prizes. I got ×10 manure. I really wish we could get droppings. I need droppings so bad. Excellent. Connect a tile to each end of a territory to win the prize it contains. Here's something to keep the adventure going, and this should be where we get our login tiles. You can see all the existing tiles as well as the ones that you own here. And as you can see, when I hover over this, it says inventory. There we go. This goes to our inventory page. It shows all the tiles that I have and all the other available tiles. So I got my tiles. That's the tutorial. Now let's hop over to the international server so we can talk about some frequently asked questions. One of them is, why can I exchange some tiles and not other tiles? We covered this a little bit in the tutorial, but the answer is you can only trade for tiles of the same star rarity, which is indicated in the upper right corner of the tile. Let's say you have a 3-star tile that you want to trade for, but if you don't have a 3-star tile in your inventory, you can't trade for that. You can't trade a 1-star tile to get a 2-star. You can't trade a 2-star to get a 3-star. You have to trade of the same rarity. If I click on, let's see if this one will do it for me. This here. Okay, this one's perfect. If you notice, I only have the trade or exchange symbol on 2 of these tiles. That's because this one is a 1-star tile. I have 1-star tiles I can give up. This one's also a 1-star tile. I have 1-star tiles I can give up. If I click on, is there another one for like 2-star or 3-star tiles or something? Okay, this one here, this is perfect. So I also have the exchange symbol on this 2-star tile. I can do this because if we look at my inventory real quick, I do have some 2-star tiles that I can give up. So that's why you'll see that exchange symbol on some tiles and not others. I don't see an exchange symbol on any of these 3-star tiles because if we look at my inventory again, I don't have any 3-star tiles at all, and I only have 1 4-star tile. I think I did have this crystal chest one here, and I placed it and I just got like an Achilles heel out of it or something. It wasn't very exciting. So the next question is, why can I only start placing tiles from this upper left corner over here? If I just want the Divine, why can't I start placing tiles around Freya's territory? The answer to that is it's just the way it's set up. It's sort of just the rules of the game. You just have to start from the upper left-hand corner, probably for the challenge of it. Otherwise, if you could just start placing tiles right here around Freya, then you'd just be able to start placing. Everybody has to start in the upper left. It's just the way it is. I think it's easiest to understand the concept of the event by kind of likening it to dominoes. Admittedly, I've never played dominoes before, so that might not be a definitive comparison, but just from what I understand of dominoes, with dominoes, you're just matching numbers that are on the domino, but with this, you're just matching symbols. It's pretty easy. So like with this tile right here, if I wanted to place one in between these two tiles, it has to be forest on the left, forest on the right. That's it. Now, this gets me into another question. What is the purpose of destroying your tiles? Because when you destroy a tile, you give it up for good. Well, this right here, I said that I needed a forest on the left, forest on the right. If we look at my inventory real quick, I don't have any forest on the left, forest on the right, and I didn't really realize that when I placed it. I just saw that, oh, I need a tile that has 2 forest environments on it. Well, the only 2 tiles that I have with forest environments on it have it in the corners or on connecting sides. I needed it on like opposing sides, like this 3-star tile here or this 3-star tile. These would have worked, but I don't have those. So I got myself stuck. What I could do if I wanted to keep connecting tiles in this area right here, I could destroy it if I wanted to, but it's gone for good. I advise, because I can keep going with tiles over here, I'm just going to wait. It's very much possible that I could get the tile that I need within a day or two. I'm not going to destroy that tile because that's now an additional tile that I have to place. I don't want to destroy it. So this now gets into strategy. Unfortunately, I don't have any pass estimates for this. If you look in the events forum topics, it's possible there are some players who have done some pass estimates for this. But when it comes to strategy, I just suggest stacking up your tiles. Just let them sit for several days. Like I've got 21 just because I haven't been placing my tiles every day. It'll be a lot easier to go along if you have more tiles, because you kind of know in the future what you're going to have to place. For example, when I was placing this tile, I knew, okay, when I place this tile, I'm going to need the next tile to be a tile with 2 forest symbols on it, and then it was my own fault that I wasn't paying attention which sides those forest symbols were on. So I'm going to place at least 2 more tiles right here. I'm going to go, let's just say, trying to get the divine. So I have to place a tile here because this is Freya's territory. So I need a tile with forest on the top, desert on the right, water on the bottom, and of course it gives you a list of compatible tiles anyway. But here we go. If I were to place this first tile here, let's see, it would end up having water on the left. Yes, so that means that this next tile, this tile next to it, the square next to it rather, will need to have water on the right and desert on the top and desert on the left. So let's go into my inventory and look to see if I have a tile with water on the right and then desert on the top and the left. Okay, I have to remember that. Desert, top and left, and then water on the right. So this one should work, even though it's hard for me to rotate this in my mind, but I'm going to take a leap of faith and hope that that works. If it doesn't, oh well, I wasn't paying enough attention. This event just is not for me. So I'm going to place this tile, and if we get an indication that says you can't place any tiles here, we'll know that I was wrong. Aha! I could place a tile. I don't think it was the tile that I expected to place, but that's okay. Actually, I think that was the tile I wanted to place. So if I place this tile here, though, the next tile will need forest on the bottom and desert on the right and the bottom. So I need a tile with one forest and 2 desert, which I might have that. 1 forest and 2 desert. 1 forest and 2 desert. I think this one could work right here. So we're going to do that real quick, and then that will be my last tile. So we're going to place this first tile, and we should have a tile here that this will work. This will work, right? Yay, I have compatible tiles. Okay, I'm going to place this one. This will be my last tile. So that's kind of the idea of the event. I hope I didn't confuse that any further if it was already confusing. I think it might be easier if you kind of write out what environment you need for your next tile. For example, for this other one, like before I actually place this tile, I would say, okay, if I place this tile, I need to make sure that I have another tile with at least one desert, one water element, and then go in your inventory, look to see what tiles that you have. And this is where having a lot of tiles stacked up ahead of time is a good idea, because you can really look to see what your potential future moves will be. And you'll know that if you put this tile down, oh, well, wait, maybe I shouldn't do that because I don't have a tile with one desert and one water on it. Maybe they're all 3 forest and a desert or something. I don't know. You don't have any tiles that are compatible with it, so you'll know that you don't want to place that tile there. If you guys have any further questions, please feel free to ask, or also I recommend going to the events forum topic on your server. There's a lot of players in there with a lot of good tips and strategies that can also help you out. So thank you all for joining me today. Good luck with this one, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.